Brightest blessings. This is Raven, and today is Fun Day Friday. So I've got a little challenge for you. Sorry if you can hear the dogs barking in the background. All the kids are on their way to school, so walking past, they like to bark at them all. So today is this little hidden journaling pocket that I've made quite a few times. There are lots of different versions out there. I know Gail Augustinelli has not long done a similar sort of thing that she'd seen from somebody else as well. But essentially all you need for this is an A4 piece of paper, or if you're in the US, obviously your US size. You can do these any size you like really, but I like to use the A4. So I'm currently working on a little Halloween journal, as you can see, and I wanted some pockets to go inside, but I wanted there to be even more journaling space and more places to hide things, so I decided to do these. So essentially this is a landscape piece of A4 coffee dyed paper, folded in such a way that I can then have journaling space, and two pockets. Okay. I'll leave it like that for a second so that you can sort of work out what it is that I've done. I will show you how to do it. I've added some of my witchy ephemera that's currently on my Etsy. These are some examples of the sorts of things you'll get. Some are backed with coffee dyed, some are backed with music paper. And I've left this one relatively plain because I don't want to over embellish, but generally I would decorate the sides of these pockets and I would put mats on here, like this sort of thing. That's upside down. This sort of thing, just so that it adds a little bit of interest and it's not just plain. But you can leave it plain, there's no reason why you couldn't. And this just gives extra space for journaling or photos. And then on the front I've added a little pocket with some more of my witchy ephemera. Okay. This can then be glued down on the page like this, and you can leave this as a top pocket. You could glue it sideways to have it as a side pocket, or you could just use it and put it inside a pocket as it is, and then it doesn't matter. You could also put one of these on the back then if you wanted to. Okay, so to show you how it looks inside a journal, let's just do it on this first page here. So this is where you can use it as a top pocket. Let me get a tag. Okay. You could use it as a side pocket like that, or you could use it to put inside a pocket like that. Now this particular journal has got envelopes at the start of each signature, so I could have put it inside like that if I wanted to. Yeah. So there's lots of fun and easy ways to do these and use them. And this is what we're going to make today. So where was my prototype? It's disappeared. Here. So you have your landscape piece of paper. Let's start a new one, because you're not going to be able to see that. Right, landscape piece of paper to make it like this, okay? You can also make them the other way around. and I'll show you how to do that one as well. Okay, so to start with, you want to look at how deep you want your pocket to be. I think I'm going to turn it this way just because that was a bit interesting on that side. I want to keep that. I normally go for about 1 inch to 1.5 inches for the pockets on the inside, okay? Then this side will depend on how deep or wide you want your pocket to be. So you can go all the way over so that it covers, or you can do less if you've got a bigger journal. I'm going to go right the way this time. Now that we've done that, we want to look at the top. So which side do I want to be the top? That side. So we have our flap for the top. Now this can be as deep as you want it to be. Then at the bottom, we're going to fold this just shy, a few millimetres shy of where the fold is for the top. And that is essentially it, done, okay? And the way I've done this one, I've done it so that my pockets are this side, and that's what I wanted, okay? So what I then do is get my corner round up, and I do this first because it helps remind me what I'm doing and where. I round my corners of the flaps, okay? Then on the inside, what you're going to want to do, and I'm going to do this with pencil because if I do it with scissors, I can't really do it on camera. What you're going to want to do is cut a small V here, not that big. I'm just doing it more pronounced so that you can see, okay? The smallest little slither and the smallest little slither here. So this would be the smallest flap, yeah? Because this is going to make our 2 pockets, 1, 2, and then this will be glued onto here. You're going to also want to do a small slither on this line. Then this and this will be glued onto here to make this more stable. This is then your pockets, and this is then your journaling space. And what I also sometimes like to do is have this as journaling space as well under the pocket. So if you're just going to use a plain piece of paper, that's fine, they can write straight on it. But I will sometimes put backing paper and then some extra coffee dyed paper on the top, or something like this photo mat, journaling mat here, just as even more space to journal. Okay. How easy was that? Took me 2 seconds. Even if I was cutting, I'd have been done by now. So I would cut here and here, glue those together, and cut here and glue the flaps down, and we're done. Easy as that. So let's decorate one together now. I've done this one with ledger paper, and I've done this one landscape, okay? Not landscape, portrait. Portrait. So where was my other portrait one? So here's my portrait one. So if we start from the start, we fold this side over, and this is going to be our pockets on the inside. Fold this side over, and I haven't gone all the way with this one. I've left this one so that there's a bit of a gap. We fold our top bit down to make our flap, and then we fold this side up just short of the flap there. Okay, grab my pencil and show you on this side. So we're going to cut this bit and this bit and glue that to that and that to that, like that. We're then going to cut this very thin sliver here and then glue that as a pocket and that as a pocket, and that's it, done. Okay, so So I want to decorate this one, and I want to use this in my fall journal. So I've made this soft cover. It's all bubble wrappy. I've made this soft cover, single signature fall journal. Knocking my glue over. And there's nothing in this one, no pockets or anything yet. And this is going to be perfect, this particular project to go in here. So yeah, I've made this cover using bubble wrap and an envelope, a couple of envelopes. Lovely. It's so, what's the word? Squishy. So with this one, I'm using Joey Cardmaker's kit for this one. And he has lots of pockets in his fall kits. Now, I love the pockets, but they're a bit big for this project, which is fine. That's not a problem, because I can cut them down. Okay, so all I'm going to do, I want this one on the front. So all I'm going to do is sort of centre this roughly. Oh, and I'm just going to put a line. Oh. Either side. I don't want my massive scissors. And I'm just going to cut this down there. This one down there. And then this side, I'm going to cut this off because I don't want this to be a big pocket. Now I can already see that this side is slightly wider where this curve is, so I'm just going to cut this down a little bit more. Okay. Get rid of these little pieces. Now, how nicely does this fit? Perfection. I've already got some ink on my dabber, so I'm just going to ink this all the way around now. Get my glue. Come on, you're a new glue. Thank you. Glue all the way around the outside. And just line this up so that it's relatively even. Excellent. So, nice and easy little pocket that I can put ephemera into. Obviously it won't be these. These are for the Halloween one. But just to give you the basics. So I'm going to leave this side plain. Sorry about the dogs. I'm going to leave this side plain, but what I do want to do is put some tabs on here, which I have got somewhere. Where are you, tabs? I'm just deciding which ones I want to use. So he's got tabs in his kit that you can cut out if you want to. Those two are the same, so we'll go for those two. I've probably printed out about 6 of this kit. I'm terrible. I'm going to need more ink. Again, sorry about the barking. Just inking around these. That's my Amazon delivery. That's why they're barking. Amazon? Never. Oh. Right. So, yeah, I want little tabs on these just for something different. So I'm going to find roughly the centre. So we've got one tab there. Roughly the centre again. Doesn't have to be exact, guys. Glue on that now. In we go. Okay, so I'm just going to make sure that these are on properly. So I'm going to leave these plain, but there's no reason why you couldn't decorate. You could put a little tag or something on there. I've got these banners, but I quite like these banners for doing something on the pockets. So we've got the little tabs on here. Now you could also cut down this line if you wanted it, if you wanted them separate. There's no reason why you can't. I just haven't on mine. I just like the idea of having the two tabs there, just so that it gives a bit of interest. And then here, as I say, we've got a pocket there and the pocket there, and you've got all this space to write on if you want to write on it. So let's have a look at what bits and bobs I've got. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. It's all beautiful. Sorry guys, just flipping through everything to see what I want to use. You're all cute. Right, I really like these, okay? But I also really like these. So I think what I'm going to do is have them like that and then have this on the top. And we'll save these for another time. So I'm not going to bother inking these. Come on out, longest pin. It's a new pin and it's really long, which means I have to hold the whole bottle. I'm going to put this one at the bottom there, and I'm going to put this one on that one. Go on out. That one there. These I will ink just a little. They've already got like faux inking on, so it's more the very white edges I'm trying to get rid of than anything else. And I've printed these on very thin copy paper because I knew that I was going to be using them for decorating. So we've got that one there. I'll put little squirrel up the top. Okay. Where's me? There. Very easy, very simple. Let's grab a couple of pieces of ephemera. So again, these are from the witch kit. witchy ephemera kit on my Etsy. These will go in lovely into this sort of pocket. Got all this space for writing on, all this space for writing on. I, in some cases, have decorated this similar to that. Fold this over, we've got the nice pocket on the front, and then we have this. Now the flap, it's up to you if you want to have a closure on here. You can put a brad in and then put some ribbon or lace around it. There's no reason why you couldn't do that. That would look lovely. I think that's what Gail did on hers. Gail Augustinelli did a similar version on her YouTube channel recently that she'd seen from somebody else, and she put a brad in and then put lace or ribbon around it to tie it up. I would normally put a Velcro dot, or I would put a big enough piece of ephemera in the front to close it like that. Okay, so let's see what it looks like in the journal. I'll just do it on this front page here. So this would look quite nice in the centre, I think, but I don't know where I'm going to put them yet. So we've got the pocket at the front. We open this out, we've got journal space, pocket, pocket. Okay. And then you could have this as a side tuck, as a top tuck, or you could put this into a pocket as it is. And you could leave this blank for writing on, or you could add, you know, whatever you want on here. Another pocket maybe, whatever you fancy. All right, so that's it for today, guys. I just wanted a very quick short video just to show you what you can make with one piece of paper, because that's really all you need. You don't need anything else. And even this front pocket bit, you could just use a scrap from something else that you've used. I've always got bits of coffee dyed paper. You could use a thicker ribbon like this somebody sent me. You could use a thicker ribbon and just glue around the edge as a pocket. You don't have to have a pocket there at all if you don't want to. I would love to see your variations on this little make for Fun Day Friday. Okay guys, blessings to every single one of you. I'll speak to you all soon. Bye now.